So, which online business is the best? You see, that's the question I wish I had asked myself earlier. Because if I had, I could have analyzed every popular online business model, found the best, and then focus on that one and get rid of all of the rest. But luckily for you, you can sit back, relax, because I've literally done all of the work for you. In this video, we are going to take a look at the most popular 7 online business models, go over the pros and the cons of each. That way, you can decide which one makes the most sense to start in your situation. We're going to go from worst to most advantageous business model. Business model 1, investing in crypto. You might be surprised to see this in the list. After all, can this really be considered a business? Well, plenty of gurus, Andrew Tate himself, tried to make investing in crypto look like a business. In reality, you have to know that most people who invest in crypto lose all of their money. Crypto is very versatile. One day it can go up and the next day it can plummet down completely. It's not a reliable investment like the stock market or real estate or even premium watches. When you invest in something, you only want to invest in things that you understand and things that have been around for a long time and will continue to be around for a long time. Don't just blindly invest in things that recently got all hyped up and popular. I can guarantee that wise investors don't follow this approach. When everyone is buying, they're selling, and when everyone is selling, they're buying. And that is how they acquire many assets for the price of a loaf of bread. They do things in a much clever way than most people do. They take more time to analyze things, they do more research, and that is how they are able to get great returns on their investments. Now, if you do want to invest in more riskier things, after all, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, right? You should stick to a ratio. Like 80% of the time, you invest in things that are secure, like let's say real estate or the stock market, things that you understand and that will be around for a long time. And then 20% of the time or 10% of the time, depending on the ratio, you can invest in more riskier things, let's say an NFT, crypto, something that could make you hit it big. But if you lose that money, it's not like you're going to have to declare bankruptcy. You can take risks, you just want to be smart about how you take those risks. But realistically speaking, how much can most people invest in crypto at the moment? Maybe $5,000. And then you've invested that money. Then what do? What's the other step? You just let it sit there and gain value or lose value depending on the current state of the market. What else can you do? It's not a business per se. And I highly discourage you from going into day trading. 99.9% of people will lose everything. You are going to be competing against the top companies in the world, like BlackRock. Good luck. So that goes to show you, if you think that by investing some money in crypto, you are going to get lucky, hit it big, and become an overnight millionaire, you're in for a harsh reality check. And let me tell you one thing, counting on luck to become wealthy, successful, and have a profitable online business, it's a foolish idea. I like to say that if you were naturally lucky enough to win the lottery, you would have won the lottery anyway. You would have been born in a rich family. Business model 2 and 3, Amazon FBA and Dropshipping. Now, why did I group these two together? Because they share many similarities in the way that they function. With a typical Amazon FBA business or dropshipping business, you are not creating products yourself. You are reselling products to consumers. You essentially find a product, a manufacturer, sell that to a customer, and you keep the profit. You're a middleman. The issue is that it's not 2015 anymore. People know websites like Wish or AliExpress. They're not going to buy your product just because it's on a pretty website and you reply customer support emails because you're selling it for 5 times the price. The way that most people do dropshipping is that they find a so-called winning product. It's basically a cool, trendy product, and they're going to launch Facebook ad campaigns to sell that product. The thing is that Facebook ads got more and more restrictive. Ad accounts are constantly getting shut down, getting banned, ads are constantly getting deactivated. So every day you wake up with so much stress, wondering if your ads have not been deactivated. And if they have, which it happens very often, more often than you would think, it means that you're going to be spending your day fixing problems that could have been avoided instead of actually making your business better, scaling it. So you're constantly moving 1 step forward, then 2 steps back. That is not how you scale a business. Now, with paid advertising, you're also at the mercy of the advertising platform's cost per acquisition. Overnight, acquisition costs can go up tremendously, and now, whereas before you were making a profit, now you're losing money on every transaction. And that is exactly how plenty of dropshippers or Amazon FBA business owners have had to shut down their stores because they simply couldn't keep up. It makes no sense to keep going if you're losing money on every sale. Now, sometimes when you build, let's say, a software company, at first this can be part of your strategy. To acquire users, you'll spend some money, you'll get in the red a bit, but like I said, this is part of a very well thought out strategy to later on make a lot of profit. When people do dropshipping or Amazon FBA, it's not the case. They're simply losing money. They're going broke. Now, to make thousands of dollars every month, you would also need to convince hundreds of people, thousands of people to buy from you, and that is a very difficult thing to do. You would also have low profit margins because you would have to worry about the cost of the product, transportation, refunds, ads, or content creation. If you decide to go for an organic marketing strategy, you'll also need to worry about shipping delays, out of stock items, manufacturer communication issues, manufacturers trying to steal your products, endless competition offering lower prices than you, costs per acquisition on advertising platforms, being able to literally 10x overnight, your ad accounts getting shut down, your ads getting deactivated or not approved. And I knew a dropshipper who had thousands of orders on his store, but because the item he was selling literally went out of stock overnight for no apparent reason, he had to refund thousands of people. So not only did he lose thousands of dollars on every order, but you've got to realize that Stripe and other payment processors app, they don't like it if your business has a lot of disputes or a lot of refunds, because it's showing them that business is not selling quality products, and they don't want to have to deal with those businesses. So they will charge you higher fees, they'll block your funds for longer, and they might even shut down your account. Now, by no means am I saying that you cannot have a profitable dropshipping business. Some people have been able to become millionaires thanks to this business model, but let's face it, most people sell you this business as if it was the best business model, when in reality, when you just analyze it, you realize there are plenty of flaws. E-commerce is probably one of the toughest industries that you can get into. It's very profitable, you can get your business to millions of dollars to 9 figures a year, but like I said, it's also very difficult to actually build a real brand, because honestly, most people when they start dropshipping, they just want to make some quick money. They're not actively trying to build a brand. Now, how much money would you need to start a dropshipping business? If you're going to go down the route of dropshipping with paid advertising, you would need at the very bare minimum $5,000. Business model 4, affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is when you promote a product, whether it be a physical or a digital product, or when you promote services from other people, from other businesses. Your job essentially is to find customers for the product or the service of another business, and each time a successful transaction occurs, each time a customer buys using your affiliate link or your promotion code, you will receive a percentage of that sale. So if you were to promote a product which is going to cost $200, each time somebody buys, you would earn a 10% commission, so $20. The pros with this business model is that you don't need to do any market research, which can take months. You don't need to worry about creating a product or coming up with a service, which again can take months, even years. You won't have to deal with customer support, with service delivery, and you know that you are selling something which has a demand for it. So you don't risk building a product and then figuring out that, hey, nobody wants this. So now you just wasted months of your life, thousands of dollars. However, the cons is that you're not going to be making nearly as much money as you could if you were to sell your own products or services. Simply because, like I said, if you earn a 10% commission on each successful transaction, you're only earning 10% of it, not 100%. So this means that in order to make a decent income, even if you promote high-ticket products, so anything above $1,000, you would need lots of orders every month. And that is the hard part, getting those orders in the first place. Because to truly make that business profitable, sure, you could use paid advertising, but again, it's very tough to do, and to get started, you would need at least $5,000, like with dropshipping and Amazon FBA. The way to make affiliate marketing actually profitable is to have a big audience. For instance, you write some blog articles, you create some content on social media, and you create a newsletter. So when people sign up to your email, then you'll be promoting the products and services occasionally to your email list subscribers. Those are the people most willing to buy from you. But building an audience of loyal, dedicated followers, of people who want to buy what you have to offer, it's a very long and tedious process. I've been making videos on this channel for over a year. We don't even have 2,000 subscribers. So that goes to show you it is going to be a long, slow route. So don't expect to become a millionaire overnight with this. Now, startup cost can be as low as $0 if you decide to promote products or services using organic marketing. Like I said, blog articles or publishing content on social media, reaching out to potential customers directly. But again, if you decide to use paid advertising, it's going to be at least $5,000. Business model 5, selling online courses. The pros with this business model is that you can get to 6, 7, even 8 figures a year. So as you can see, it has tremendous potential. The other pro is that if you create an evergreen course, you can sell it for months and years without having to update it constantly. Because if you make an online course on something which is, let's say, tech related, anytime the software has an update or things like that, you'll need to update the course as well. So compare that to if you were selling an online course on yoga, on meditation, on cooking, on fitness, on quitting an addiction, things like that. Those topics are evergreen. It's not like meditating is going to be extremely different in a year from now. Now, the cons with this business model is that you have no guarantee that your online course is going to sell. So you could spend months of your time building the online course only to realize that nobody wants it anywhere. And then to make sales, to get customers, you would need to either spend a lot of money on paid advertising or to create a lot of content on social media. And for some people, they don't want to have a personal brand. They don't want to be in the public eye. It's not made for them. To really make this insanely profitable, to get to 6, 7, even 8 figures a year, you would need a big audience of millions of followers. And of course, that takes years to achieve. It's not an overnight thing. That would be too good to be true. Now, you can technically speaking leverage platforms like Skillshare or Udemy, because when you put your online course live on those platforms, people who already use Skillshare or Udemy will be able to see your online course, and some of them will actually buy it. But again, because you are using a third-party platform, platform, you're not going to be making nearly as much money as you could if you were to sell your own online course on your own website. So startup costs can be as low as $0 if you use an organic content marketing strategy, or as high as at least $5,000 if again you decide to use paid advertising to promote your course. Business model number 6, YouTube automation. So what is YouTube automation? What's the difference between having a normal YouTube channel? You essentially make videos without having to show your face. Think about the news channels, the cooking channels who don't show their faces, the compilation channels that you see on your homepage. Those are what we call faceless YouTube channels because there is no physical person attached to the channel specifically. No one knows who is the owner of that channel. So the big pro is that you get to retain your anonymity. Plenty of people do not want to have to deal with being a public figure, and that is completely understandable. Now the other big pro is that you can delegate every part of the process, all the way from script writing, editing, thumbnail making, to literally uploading the video on YouTube. You can also have multiple channels running at the same time, bringing in nice paychecks every month. The cons is that YouTube revenue is not stable. YouTube can at any time decide to pay you less for the same amount of views. At the end of the day, they control the platform, not you. And besides, it is very difficult to grow on YouTube, even when you have great thumbnails and great videos, because now more than ever, there is a lot more competition on YouTube. Because hey, let's face it, plenty of people want to start their business, and so they think that starting a YouTube channel is the key. And with the recent lockdowns, plenty people were stuck at home, so naturally more people opened up their own YouTube channels out of boredom or simply because they finally had the time to do it. So YouTube got a lot more competitive. Now more than ever, people are expecting quality videos. I mean, look at what videos used to look like on YouTube 10 years ago, and look at what they look like now. Plenty of videos nowadays are animated like short movies. So that goes to show you the standard for quality on YouTube is much higher than it was 10 years ago. Now startup cost can be as low as $0 if you do everything yourself. You would need to script the videos. I mean, first come up with the idea, record the voiceover, edit the video, which is very time consuming, and then upload it yourself. However, if you want to delegate everything, it would cost you at least $1,500 a month. Business model number 7, consulting. What's great with this business model is that profit margins are very high, at first 90 to 98%. And since you sell a service, which other business owners and other individuals are in need of, you can charge high ticket prices, anywhere from $1,500 up to $10,000 per customer, depending on your offer and the way that you structure things. Plus, it can be a monthly recurring fee as well. You can sign a client for, let's say, lead generation services for $2,000 a month for a minimum term of 3 months. So now you got one customer, but you know the next month and the month after that you'll still be paid. So to get $10,000 a month, you only need a handful of customers. 5 customers at $2,000 a month and you're there already. The other pro is that you have low operational costs. It means how much money you'll need to spend every month to keep the business running. If you wanted to keep it as lean and mean as possible, you would only need to spend something like $40 a year, even sometimes $30 a year, to buy a domain name and a professional email. That's literally it. Now, if you don't have the skills to deliver the work, the service to your client, you can also hire a freelancer, a contractor, to do it for you. And your job would essentially be to be a middleman. You find the customer, you find the freelancer, the customer pays you, then you pay the freelancer, meaning you don't have to get money out of your pocket first, so you don't take big risks. You never risk losing all of your money, all of your savings. It's only when the business or the individual pays you that you can then deliver the service if you know how to do it. Like if it's fitness coaching and you're a fitness enthusiast, you can deliver the service yourself without any issues. But if it's, let's say, Facebook advertising and you know nothing about Facebook ads, you can simply close the business, get the money, hire someone to do the work for you, you'll pay them and you keep the profit. Plus, you don't have to build a personal brand, to post videos on YouTube, and to wait for the algorithm to finally start pushing out your videos to other people. Because like I said, I've had this channel for over a year, and it's not like we don't have good thumbnails or like we're not posting consistently. I'm posting every day, in fact, at the moment I'm making this video. Building a business on SEO is great because you get to acquire customers almost for free. It costs you barely anything. However, the downside is that it takes a long time to get to a level where you start to become really profitable and make a lot of money. Consulting will also give you time freedom, location freedom. You get to pick your own hours to work from where you want in the world because customers only care about the results that they get, not how long you work or where you work from. It's the business I started myself, which has allowed me to live this type of life. Now, if you want to figure out how you too can start your own consulting business, I've recorded a free video in which I'm going to explain everything, and you will also get access to the 3-step process that you can start using literally today to start your consulting business and get your first customers as quickly as possible. If you're interested, the link is in the video description. And with that said, as always, I'm waiting for you on the other side.